Queen of Pain, Sonic Wave, those type of things.
Yeah.
Or
Understood.
Puck, Coil.
For battle.
Well, is there a draft you like better here, Winter? Is there one you prefer? What are you thinking? How is this game, pardon me,
Tough call.
going to play out?
Tough call. I think it's 50-50. I feel like Nigma has a very all-rounded draft. You have a central front line, you have a Shell Demon plus Terrorblade for your tower siege. The team fight is Pango and basically the Terrorblade illusions. Whereas for Quest, I feel like they kind of match up with it, with the Brewmaster in the team fights. But let's see. Hold that thought. We might see a kill very, very soon. Never mind, they're just back.
They're gonna back up. They're gonna keep the ward there on the high ground. I think sometimes keeping the ward is
Wait,
much
how did
more
he
valuable.
know?
Who?
How did he know there was a ward? Okay, maybe he was just trying to block the camp. I was like, huh?
30
He knew that there was a
seconds
ward
to
there?
battle.
Like how? Okay, then
Who?
maybe. Then I was like,
which
thinking
ward?
again.
Which ward? Who?
Yeah, he just plays a sentry.
Who?
And
Use
killed the
name.
ward
Winter.
here.
They have names. Hero names. Player names.
Kuroki plays a sentry here. I was
Okay.
pinging. I thought you saw my ping.
No, I didn't.
I think he probably just wanted to block the cam and then he accidentally found the present.
I see. Well, look an easy D ward there. You're scaring me, Winter.
The
Not using
battle
words.
begins.
Should be rinse do a piece here.
I was using words. If you would have looked at the minimap, you would have seen there are only 2 sentries on the map. It's okay. It's my bad. I tank it. I use names.
It's the permanent support mentality right there.
What? Permanent support mentality? Oh, it's always the support's fault? Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying?
Yes, of course. Mushi's taught you well, I see.
Dude, he's a support player now. Come on.
So, a tiny mid, a Pangolier mid. I don't really think this matchup has changed all that much. No changes to the shield crash. No, and I guess again this tree damage, this tree bonus
And
base
physical
damage.
Everything is physical damage from Pango. Tiny has 0 armor. So that should be good for Pango.
Right. And I guess really the Tiny's doing less damage. Pango is slightly less damage on the swashbuckles now, but I think it's still going to be enough for him to secure range creeps. I imagine someone like Sumail's already practiced this quite a bit. And so we'll check in on how the King's doing in a bit. You can see that's so weird now with the only three procs of the swashbuckle.
You get used to it.
Yeah. We all will.
The sound
eventually.
effect is tripping you, right?
Yep.
What happened to the 4th one? Been listening to the 4 swashbuckler for what, 5, 6 years? 5 years.
Oh,
right?
man, yeah, it still feels like this is like the newest hero in the game, but obviously that's not the case. I dare not mention the new hero about to release, otherwise we're gonna unleash a riot. I'm so upset about that. Speaking of new heroes in the meta right now, though, Ducalis on Disruptor, again, this big change, right? Slow duration increased by 0.3 seconds on every single, well, 2.4 seconds, I should say, on every single level is more accurate. So makes the one value point really strong early on. It's both of them decide to block.
Yeah, but I still think you want to get 2 points for a contested lane. I think it's still good to get 2 points because the damage is a lot of value. 25 to 55 per strike.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think
Probably won't go past 2 points, but
hard to say no to that efficiency, though, isn't it? Even this nerfed reflection. I guess nerfed reflection doesn't really bother a TB too much, does it? But
you mean carry
carry TB. Sorry, yes, of course.
It's still kind of affects him. Like 15% damage from level 1. It's gonna definitely weaken his laning phase. And the first 2 levels of reflection took a hit.
Yep.
Level 3 one doesn't really matter anymore.
Yeah, you can see just there Malik not getting hit by the reflection and tons of damage really being done to Miracle. Who is holding on to 9-stick charge? It just seems like we're going to have some action for the Lotuses. Omar beating Kuro there to that one. And it looks like Matthew probably got a hold of this one up top. So 1 for 1 at the Lotuses. Always makes a little bit of a difference here. Me getting hoof stomped in lane. I'm taking literally no damage from hoof stomp. 20 less damage.
And the other thing about Centaur, why is he strong in the lane, is the regen. It's not obviously it's not just everything about the host storm. The fact that he can actually out-trade you and just come back and out-regen you makes the hero just absurdly strong. I think that's why players are still picking him. They're like, okay, I can kind of forego the part where I can be maybe less offensive in certain scenarios and just be happy that I'm last hitting and just trading normally instead of like abusing the stun compared to previous patches.
Oh, bit of action. Top, they will chase away Matthew. Well, actually, Disruption Force. There is a skill point saved right now for the Centaurs. They did throw a blood grenade at him. Good damage out from the illusions here. All that skirmishing is going to be beneficial to Quest because it's gonna, because of like the half pull that Ducalis got off, this wave's naturally gonna push. Naive doesn't miss any creeps, and that deny means that FBZ missed pretty much a full wave here. So that was a nice exchange out for Quest.
Yeah, all the small hitter teams eventually it's gonna add up to help you win the lane.
Shout out to Naive, who helped out Ducalis defend that pull. Otherwise, Matthew pulls it back, and it's all for nothing. And now he's got a wave underneath his tower. Good stuff. Good stuff. Can I kill him? Probably.
I tell you, every carry, whenever they see a wave right now in front of the tower, they're scared of the Twin Gate gank.
That's true. Yeah, but who'd be ganking here? A Potom? Yeah, an arrow from the side into disruptions. Very good setup, right? We didn't really talk about that. Or we didn't name it.
Yeah, I kind of like trying to place an observer ward if you're in a lane where you feel like it could be vulnerable to the Twin Gate gank. And I think it's pretty useful for your support to, you can tell your support to put a ward there.
Yeah, sure. Could be good. Seems like for now, Kuro is going to stay down bottom. Sumail does pick up both bounties, so he got the Dire and the Radiant one. So he has basically a full refill, even without the armor. Noob.
Oh, he's actually behind?
Yeah.
Yes.
Noob hasn't really been having too difficult a time, and now with the Grow armor can fight pretty decently into the Pango.
Yeah, 6 minutes. Here's when the game begins, finally. Omar's gonna stack.
Yeah, these will be the first stacks. He's gonna get up his own observer. Kuro has one on his side of the river. Level 4, 2 points in the Starstorm for Kuroki as he does move to contest for the runes. Supports from top now being called in over to the mid lane as Matthew is going to get caught here by Noob. Rune is going to spawn bottom where it's denied by Omar. He's being chased away, but we'll stay top now where we see Matthew very likely fall here. Oh, but he goes to the creeps that he was pulling. Oh, that's a Rolling Thunder out from the King. Of course, the King gets first at everything here. First blood for him, and he's able to also steal a little bit of this stack. Not the most, you know, painful play out from Quest, but a little bit of time wasted and some stolen efficiency.
Yeah, good sequence of events there for NGX. Not giving away first bird and getting first bird in return, and now Wisdom Runes are gonna be up. Okay, Sumail actually didn't really try to stay around to fight. So he's just gonna go back and wait for the baller if you're gonna play his rune, so Matthew's gonna just pick up stack and pick up his own Wisdom Rune.
Arrow. Oh, almost catching Malik down bottom. Double bracer though, he's fairly tanky here. What's his goal? Is his goal to get level 6 and always threaten to kill Miracle and kick him out of the lane basically?
Yeah, I mean the TP is gonna jungle once your Brewmaster gets level 6. He's not gonna try and fight you in the lane. He's gonna tell his Mirana to, hey, you can actually have the lane. I'm feeling a little bit generous today, so I'm not gonna farm the lane.
Right.
Top tower is
Make sure he uses his ultimate
your carry players, you know, trying to make you feel indebted to them, you know. Oh, he gave me a lane today, I feel so good, you know? But as a matter of fact, he just doesn't want to die.
Wisdom Runes win one apiece, but yeah, there are TPs for top. FBZ does get the stun off. 20 less damage onto that Tiny, though. How will they kill him, Winter? But FBZ is going to be caught by the Glimpse, pulled on back as they use the disruption onto Noob. Blood grenade thrown. They should have him, but he's tanky. One charges and the phase boots, plenty of armor, looking for the TP out. Avalanche is at the ready. Noob, yeah, he's caught him here. Move Stomp does come out at the end as Sumail will gank opposite, gets Omar underneath the tower. This wagon almost getting through the tier 1 top is pretty decent work, but otherwise they will have to make another play for the tower. Was that another Rolling Thunder? Yes, indeed it was. So Rolling Thunder kill onto the techies, and then a better trade up top lane in favor of Quest for the offlaner.
Yep, Ducalis kind of saves.
Hold on, Malik's he's not level 6 here, but he gets up a really good Cinder Brew and then just Storm Pandas away.
Yeah, I mean, he's really fast with that. So meanwhile, Ducalis denied the haste rune, so Sumail couldn't really refill his bottle. That was actually really,
Oh.
really crucial. Like all the runes that you give away to the opposing mid laner is going to give them a lot more opportunities to take control and seize control of the game.
Smoke play here. Little bottle refill noob. We'll see what we can find. There's only Kuro showing in
Kuro.
the lane.
One leap, only one
Yeah.
leap, sir.
And they get arrow. Doesn't catch anything. Blast off from Fog of War into the stuns, into the toss. Effective control. Good smoke play out from Quest.
I mean, you look at the wards, you know, both teams are really focusing on the same things, you know, the runes. Vision on the runes and rotation into the jungles. Like literally similar wards.
Yeah, actually, very true. This one as well. The ward watching top mid, and I mean, this one's just mirrored across the way, isn't it?
Kuroki dying is like not the biggest deal. He's gonna still be able to finish his level 6 somewhere. And meanwhile, his teammates,
Dire's middle tower
yeah, I guess he
is
just
under
wants to
attack.
go with the Pango right now. Refill his bottle, he has roll.
Radiant's bottom tower
Won't need it for
is
this
under
one.
attack.
Pretty easy kill. That'll get him closer now to the Diffusal Blade,
Dire's middle
which is
tower
well on
is
its
under
way.
attack.
Top tower seems to have gone down in favor of Nigma. They are losing their bot tier 1 tower for this. We'll see if Quest want to try and defend. But their team fight, unless they rotate the brew over, is
Radiant's
not
bottom
great
tower
right now.
is under
It's
attack.
gotta be said.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Roll is kind of unstoppable for now.
I mean, even in the later stages, what can
Radiant's
stop it?
bottom
Nothing.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, pretty much just a
Dire's
silence or
middle
something
tower
like that,
is under
right?
attack.
And now Sumail will be invulnerable to that. He's bottled up the illusion rune, so he's got a mobile dispel, or a disposable dispel, I guess would be more accurate.
Mobile dispel.
Yeah, mobile doesn't really make much sense.
Radiant's bottom
It's always
tower
mobile.
is
That's the whole point of them. Malik finally gets through that tower. Mid lane is still going to continue to be defended now by Ducalis, who's making his way towards level 6, so he can get that static storm up as the arrow takes down the wagon. Other than
Nigma's
that,
happy. They're happy for now. They're getting a big part of the map. And I guess Quest is also kind of waiting, like you said, the Disruptor to get level 6 before they start to play around. But at the same time, I feel like because your Brewmaster is getting Radiance, right? So you're probably more than happy to sit and just try to break smokes and react to your opponents.
I mean, the
It's
noob,
not nice, you know, fighting with 2k in the bank on the Brewmaster.
that's a good point. But Tiny doesn't really want to sit on this gold too much longer. He's got a fresh Blink Dagger Winter, so I suspect he's going to try and find a target to use it on. Miracle would be the best, but he's tucked away pretty far underneath the tier 2 farming.
They don't have any deep wards to find him, so it wouldn't be that easy, you know, unless they're just trying to use scan and try to gamble with a smoke.
They might just go on something mid here. Ducalis with level 3 glimpse. Matthew is a pretty easy target. Careful though, their own jungle's set to be invaded now as Sumail, who has Diffusal coming his way, is going to pop that illusion rune. Noob, Blink Dagger usage immediately onto Kuro. Kuro with the leap charges, has still 2 more, but survives on 50 HP. The glimpse is going to kill him though. Glimpse does damage. Sumail trying to get Noob into a good area as FBZ is going to stampede to continue the lockdown and the stun. There's going to be the damage, and Diffusal delivered. However, they have caught one in the static storm, or it's like a defensive static storm actually. Omar canceling Matthew's TP, also catching Sumail.
Nice
Techi's
blast
mine
off.
down as there's going to be now the primal split. Matthew getting that kill onto Omar as Sumail is going to be a bit too slippery even for the Brewlings to catch him. A 2-for-2 trade if I'm not mistaken, Windsor.
Yeah, good trade for Nigma Galaxy. They got the tiny core. And they force out the Brewmaster split, so that gives Miracle a lot of room to play. So once he sees the Brew show split, he shows himself in the lane, he farms aggressively. It's what you should do as a carry player. Every time your teammate gives you information about the enemy, you have to farm as aggressive as you can, as much as you can. So the Swashbuckler actually does more damage right now.
Yeah, so I think so, right? Because now...
It does more, right? It feels like it does more damage.
Well, the physical part, right? The physical aspect. Though. So now it's, well, I mean, we can calculate it before, because what? This burns 40 mana, so it's 8. Wait, hold on. I got to get a calculator out.
Yeah, because if you split the damage into 4 strikes, the armor does more to it. It reduces it more. Since you make it 3 right now and give it more damage, so it does more damage initially. Okay, so maybe then Pango is actually still not that bad. Like he's stronger in the lane now.
I don't know. I still think missing this mana burn damage or the mana break damage
FBZ?
is still going to be.
Stampede.
It's still going to be impactful. Quick kill.
It's a trade, right? So they traded his mid game or early mid game timing for a better laning phase. So he's a better laner right now.
I guess you'd expect. Yeah, but it's gonna feel worse later, isn't it? I mean, I guess you always get more
Yes.
armor and magic resist
I
anyway.
think it feels very bad in the 10 to 15 or 10 to 20 point.
Yeah, that's true. I
in
mean,
the game.
that's a good point. So maybe his damage still feels similar. I will have to run some math and calculate it, but I can't.
It
do
should be
when I'm
more,
doing it.
right? Because it does more damage in.
I don't think
less-
so, because you're missing a 40 damage. That's quite a bit.
No. I mean, initially without the diffuser.
Well,
Without the diffuser, it does more.
sure.
Okay, Malik, we can discuss about it later with the calculator.
10 seconds
so
to split, but the rest of his team's taking the gate top. I don't know if he lives here, Winter. Has the relic, has another
Disrupt,
component.
Arrow.
Yeah, Arrow and now Rolling Thunder both committed here. They're going to need to
too
get the
early.
kill in. He's got one more second, but no chance to get off the ultimate.
That was a little bit scary though. They didn't layer their stuns as perfectly as they could.
Nope.
But still enough to get the kill.
Yeah, and you get Miracle involved into a kill as well, as he is going to go for, what, a Manta style, I assume, right? And he just queued up the,
Dragonlance first. He wants Dragonlance to
Radiant's
siege
middle tower
towers
is under
first.
attack.
okay.
I
Interesting.
mean, sometimes you see players get Dragonlance first if they feel like they're having a really good game and
Dire's
the
bottom
team is
tower
struggling
is
to
under attack.
push down buildings and they feel like they need the Terrorblade to get involved early, so Dragonlance is good in those type of scenarios. Or sometimes you feel like you need the Dispel against like a Vessel or anything, you know, a Silence, so then you get the Manta faster. In this game, there's no really early Orchid, right? So he's not really needing the Dispel.
No.
So he's playing an Orchid early.
I'd be shocked. I mean, and, you know, a Dispel's not going to save you against the Silence of Static Storm. Only a BKB is going to help against that.
It helps against the Ensnare or the Orchid from Naga later.
Oh, true. Yeah, the Orchid on Naga, of course. BZ's setting a trap here. There is a ward, however, that might scout him. Yeah, he takes a step out of the trees. He's going to be scouted. Ducalis, Max Glimpse here has easy reach, and they're going to commit the Static Storm for him here. Into the Techie's minds he goes, and he will die. Matthew cannot TP in for a save fast enough.
Yeah, he just needed to be actually patient and wait in the tower because his teammates are waiting for the Pango to clear the wave and then move with the smoke. You know, they were literally like waiting for him, and Centaur just needed to just be a bit more patient. You know, unfortunately he didn't, and now 16-minute rune is going to cost his team the room most likely.
Dire's
Well, we'll
middle
see.
tower is
Control
under attack.
over the bottom rune still rests in for Nigma, and that's where it'll spawn. So Invis rune
Okay.
into the bottle of for Sumail.
He got most of the runes, I guess. Tiny
He
only
did.
got one rune, right?
Yeah, I think there were 2 denied as well.
Yeah, the haste got denied.
And this is a pretty good smoke play, though. Quest will manage to sneak around these heroes, and in the line of fire right now is Miracle. He has a Manta style finished up. Ducalis' smoke is going to break. No Static Storm for 35 more seconds, so they're going to have to get this done with damage. He might shadow, but he's going to be trapped inside the kinetic field. As FBZ trying to reinforce, but the Avatos damage overwhelming Miracle. No chance for the Sunder. Sumail, though, pouncing back now. Will at least take down Ducalis. Also showing up to this fight is Malik. Just shy of the money he needs, though, for the Radiance, but doesn't find an opportunity to pop the Primal.
Yeah, I guess Terrorblade kind of... He was also maybe hesitating a bit to use the Manta earlier to dodge some of the spells, and then in the end just couldn't... You know, got stunned, got controlled, didn't get the Manta off, so couldn't Sunder. And now NGX decides they still want to go forward with the roll. Sumail has an Invis rune. The ward plays up.
I don't see a really good target, though. Malik, he breaks smoke, and the way he's positioning it, it seems like I would have believed if I was Nigma there that there was a ward on that cliff. Obviously, they knew, though, there was a sentry.
They want to start with the Disrupt first. Not start with Sumail. Disrupt, arrow, and then Sumail rolls in.
Yeah. Oh, and they will be able to reach him now. Noob ready to jump in for the save. In fact, preventing the arrow. The arrow's a bit late, and now Malik, he just gets off the split just like that. Sumail's already committed. It seems like Matthew, he's going to end up dropping to the Brulings. Kuro from the side, not really able to offer much now that the arrow's already out. As the Brulings finish off Matthew,
Maybe it's
Sumail
time the glimpse.
bouncing around, won't be able to find much as the glimpse was mistimed. So Malik pops out
Yeah,
nice and
he
healthy.
tried to get him after the roll ended, but just a little bit too early. FBZ is here. There's a dagger. Stampede soon. 8 seconds. They want to find a rebuttal.
Miracle's going to be scout. Oh, okay. Nice Sunder there onto the Naga illusions. Also, he's going to be scouted on no HP, but good use of the Sunder. Good use of this tiny blink dagger. I think it's really paid off here.
Another rune into Sumail's bottle.
Arcane, this one. He's really itching for a fight. Doesn't have a roll, but does have a BKB.
Wow, he's actually so...
He wants to take a fight, and let's see what he can find. That's a nice stun this time. Shadow Demon disruption into the arrow as Sumail activates the BKB.
Nice BKB.
Omar jumping in, but from behind, Naive, he's ripping into these supports. Matthew's already down. Omar is going to go down thanks to the BKB of Sumail, protecting him from the static storm. Oh, Song just in the nick of time. The stomp almost coming through there from FBZ. That should allow TA2000 to escape, as Quest no longer interested in continuing to fight.
They're gonna have another roll soon. I mean, BKB, he used BKB in Arcane Rune, so it's also gonna be a quick cooldown for that. And with Song down, I feel like Nigma should just try to pressure and get an objective, or at least, you know, make a swoop, bait the jungle.
Noob? He's thinking about it. He sees Sumail, though.
Does he have enough damage, though? He has a cloak. I'm not sure if he has enough.
I don't think so. Now I think it's too late.
He's waiting for all the...
Oh, he's gonna go for it. All right, he's got
has
it.
enough.
What do we know about
Holy
math?
crap. I thought the cloak would actually give him enough with the 20%.
Hey, he does. He did 1,000 damage there, Winter. So I think he had more than enough. I think he was sitting at 800 HP.
Yeah, he was just waiting for the toss to have a 100% toss rate on the center when all the creeps died. Right, well played, noob. We are the real noobs here.
Well,
not noob.
he did the math, and he sees Kuro as well. Kuro, who is going to get tossed in place into the blast off, nicely coordinated. However, Sumail is here, has BKB, has roll. We'll kick this one off. No one in the vicinity though. It's just Matthew, so we might have to just settle for this kill onto Omar. Sumail finds the bounce he's looking for, finding the kill. Naive in the vicinity though, as Noob looking to turn. They have the Orchid finished up already. Sumail forced to BKB. Naive will turn tail and run. Ducalis is nearby. He's going to get caught underneath this Observer Ward and stunned up as FBZ sent back by the glimpse with Sumail still free to try and hit. However, he's been trapped now inside the Static Storm. The Sunder just reaching out now from Miracle, enabling Sumail to turn and finally get that kill he's been looking for. Gets Ducalis, takes down the techies. It's a bit of a costly engagement, but they do repel Quest from the jungle.
Yeah, Sumail is the carry right now, not Miracle. Miracle understands that. He knows that he's just happy to keep Sumail alive and ensure that if they win the skirmish, then Terabit can actually keep farming, you know. Miracle is just happy to just trade his HP for that. Now 21-minute Wisdom Rune, about to spawn. Sumail once again, you know, he wants everything.
He's the king.
Take it.
I mean, he's been consistent ever since I started watching Dota. He was always, shall we say, resource intensive as the mid laner.
Okay, he's actually not picking up. He's giving it to Terabit. Okay, bro, you sundered me, you saved me. I'll give you something in return.
Have some
Radiant's
experience.
top tower is under
What a
attack.
lad. Noob, now hold on here. He's got an amplified damager, and this could be a
Miracle's
ton
in
of
trouble.
damage. They've got him easy here. They need a Shadow Demon in position, but in fact, the Shadow Demon is going to be the one who gets initiated on. He is going to live thanks to the Glimmer Cape. Gives Sumail enough time to try and counter-initiate. They're fighting well here, but there's a ward up for Quest. Won't make a difference here for Ducalis as the stick charges. No. He will eventually fall. It's Matthew who stays alive, but that last toss will finally kill him off. Quest, this Primal Split has not been going so well. Now he has at least the shard, so he's trying to escape on some of these Brewlings. It's only the Storm Brewling left alive. He's going to be forced to try and escape now. That'll leave Noob left behind.
Arrow!
Oh, and the arrow from
Got the
Kuro.
Brewmaster.
It finds him. Sumail already closing the gap. Malik's still quite fast and has 21 charges.
Oh, he didn't get the slow.
BZ leading them into the techies' minds now, but I don't think there's much Omar can do. Offers at least the mech heal as Naive. He has Song, doesn't really need it though. We'll send the illusions after Kuro. It's not going to be enough damage to... Oh my god, it is enough damage to kill him.
Tight, bro. Riptide and a soul burn.
Seriously.
It was good read by Nigma, you know, walking over to the Ancients and the Wisdom Rune to make sure that the Terabit is safe there. And Miracle can also, maybe he was intentionally baiting them, and then they ran into Matthew,
Dire's
and they
top
decided
tower
to
is
start the
under
fight
attack.
on Matthew first there, so Miracle didn't die.
He's just barely tanky enough, isn't he? Probably Gossamer's Cape helping him there from the tiny amplified damage room auto attack. Obviously the Glimmer Cape and the
Oh,
wand.
yeah. The cape is actually really good against Tiny.
Yep.
I like to get the cape against Tiny TA, especially Ember Spirit. All those annoying, you know, physical right-click spells that they can use from far range.
FBZ goes down bottom, but he's going to give his team rather the space for the shard, which is going to go to Matthew. You're probably happy with that. I see people actually
Yes.
buying the bottom shard, but I still think the Shadow Demons is
Dude,
gonna be the
it's
best.
strong. I've been telling you it's strong. You don't believe me, like, You're not sold, by the slow, 30% slow.
Scaling.
And in the additional charge is nice too, And this underestimate that, 170 damage.
Smoke now here from Nigma. They will smoke without FBZ,
Radiant's
but he's up in
bottom
10.
tower is under attack.
Bot tower is being
Dire's
shoved in
middle
hard.
tower
Seems like
is under
Omar
attack.
will cut this one off. Ducalis will leave him for dead. As the arrow this time does connect. Glimpse will not change
Godlike.
much. Sumail
The
is
king.
godlike. Indeed. 9-0 and 5. He's having a flawless game so far. As is Naive still. See, I think only one of them is going to be able to make it to the end of the game with that streak. Or none.
Well, Sumail has Aghanim's to continue his streak right now. And the Naga has Heart. They're gonna both be really, really strong glimpse.
It's just
Nice, the rune. Very, very nice.
too
It's
annoying.
a big rune for Pango. And now the Terrorblade continues farming. So the butterfly timings are gonna be very key here. So both of the carries are building butterfly. So once both of them get it, I guess Naga is the one that's closer to a solution if he gets Blood Torn.
Mm-hmm. Do you think they have enough damage for this Naga Heart, though? That's going to be my only concern. Through the butterfly?
That's true. It's difficult. Yeah, illusion clear is not that great. I mean, Pango is kind of the only one that can clear the illusions quickly.
Right.
I mean, I guess you can make the argument that Shadow Demon can make copies of
Yes.
Naga illusions
True.
and turn it back on them.
That's true. But that
Radiant
also
are
won't be so
scanning.
effective when they have butterfly, right? I mean, it means that because sometimes you use the illusions to fight illusions. Hold on, Malik top. Disruption. Oh, didn't last
Here
too
comes
long
the
because of the
backup.
void. Wait, what? Was that the mini disruption? I thought disruption ignored status resist. Am I crazy? Must be crazy.
I mean, Yules. Are you talking about Yules? Yules ignores that.
Well, I know lifts, so like Yules and torrents and that kind of stuff. But I must be crazy. Another solo kill on FBZ. I'm shocked he dies alone
Radiant's
to
bottom tower
Naive.
is under
He has
attack.
3.2k HP and he still dies
Dire
on
are
full.
scanning.
12 armor too. Careful mid, careful mid. They make the jump already. It's just Kuro. Down he goes. Nice blast off time in there from Omar to snipe the kill. Mid lane. Oh, I thought Matthew was going to continue. That would have been a bold TP to
Radiant's
complete.
middle tower is falling.
Yeah, I feel like the Centaur,
Dire's
if he
top
can't
tower
really
is under attack.
survive alone, he can't really push out the dead
Radiant
lane anymore.
structures
Sumail
are fortified.
gonna try to force his BKB.
Yeah, they'd love to do that. They have a lot of spells here ready to use. Noob's going to make the jump on in. Good disruption timing from Matthew. Miracle from the side as well. Yes, Butterfly in hand, ready to fight with. Can he get through the heart of TA2000, though? There they go. Nigma Galaxy still considering whether to take the fight. Miracle, though, did use the Metamorphosis, so Sumail's going to let them leave. Also started channeling up that Rolling Thunder.
They'll force Roshan. Are they gonna force
Ooh.
Rosh with this? I mean, I
Yeah.
think they can actually maybe do that.
But they've been noticed. They've been picked up by this Observer Ward Winter. They should have seen they being...
They have
What?
a lot of damage with disruption illusions.
they for sure have,
might
enough
they
damage.
might be able to just do it without them arriving on time. Look at the Rosh.
See how fast it is. He's going down fast. Kuro standing outside the pit. Arrow
Radiant's
onto
middle tower is
the
under
target as the smoke now from Quest. Seems like it
It's
might
gonna
be a little bit
close.
too late, and they're not really in position. They might have to take a fight outside of the pit. Naive still has himself the Song of the Siren as FBZ escaping. No, is going to be caught. That's bought enough time for Miracle at least to TP away as they even commit the Static Storm for him. Still trying to get through the gate. The toss will interrupt him, and he finally will go down. Still trying to get through the gate till his last breath, though. Matthew somehow avoids the song. He's going to be able to TP
Wow.
away, so it's only FBZ who dies.
What a play there by Matthew, surviving. I actually felt like he was gonna be dead for sure, but somehow he finds a way. When there's a will, there's a way. So Nigma gets the Aegis, so they're gonna be extremely happy just trading one Centaur for it. Extremely worth it. But he just needs to wait for their next Metamorph to be ready.
We've seen Sumail farming here.
I think the Naga's gonna get his butterfly as well. So both carries are gonna have their butterfly.
Has fallen.
It's gonna be very annoying.
Small XP lead for the Naga Siren as well. We'll get to level 20 first. Don't know if... Well, one mirror image is pretty
But
good.
he's actually so far ahead of Terribly in terms of XP.
Yeah.
Naga's like level 20.
Normally-
Just pop level 17.
I'm surprised, right? Because normally what
Radiant's
you
top
see on
tower
these kinds
is
of
under
illusions
attack.
heroes is they send the illusions to farm.
Dire's bottom
Yeah,
tower
and
is
imagine if Sumail didn't give Miracle the Wisdom Rune.
Right.
Previous one.
Well, now Miracle nor Sumail will pick up the Wisdom Rune as Quest will TP back to collect both. So that'll only exacerbate here this XP lead that we see only between the Naga. It's pretty close between everyone else.
I mean, this warding, this vision is insane right now for Quest. They see so much in the top area. They're gonna be able to use this to just try to kite out the Aegis for the next 3 minutes. They're gonna want to avoid fighting directly into Nigma until the Aegis expires.
Probably
he's gonna get BKB on Terrorblade now.
Right, yeah. So he's probably gonna want to make a play in about a minute when he finishes farming up. He only needs the Ogre Axe for that. What will he be fighting into? Almost an Octarine now. Just the, what is it, Selamene's crown? Sorry, Tiara of Selemene. He almost has that ready to go, and that'll be full Octarine.
Level 18 as well. For sure.
Building into the Bloodthorn.
18 plus, you kind of want 18 plus level 20 talent on the Brewmaster. I mean, your speed is going to be easily killed by Terrorblade without the talent. It's going to be a long one. Both teams are going to be vying for small little advantages. Trying to play the map, trying to go for pickoffs, play for item timings, and it's going to be up to, I feel like, the small little details that's going to decide the game right now. Runes, maybe, better vision.
Noob is also scaling really well, it should be said. He did manage to go for the Echo Saber, and then he's been just farming away after some good rotations, playing with his team very well for the first 25 minutes.
And the Kanda as well, and when he gets that, it's going to be very strong on this hero.
Yep. So he's got damage already and a fresh 9-second BKB as FBZ setting off mines. Let's let Quest know something's afoot here. Okay,
This
Invis, naive though, he's just sent himself in with the real illusions. They're going to try and burst through FBZ. Disruption is going to save him just in the nick of time, but Miracle kind of getting caught out here. And in fact, they found him with the lift because they couldn't stop Malik from getting off the Primal Split. Sumail trapped onto the high ground here as well, as they're onto now Miracle. Still has Aegis for 90 seconds, but if they kill him here, he's not going to come back. He's just dying, but they're also killing the Brewlings. Malik forced to pop out as there's another lift onto the Pangolier, keeping him out of the fight. Blast off incoming, does find Miracle. Naive up onto the high ground now. The disruption, but it's only going to set up for the Static Storm. He's got the BKB though, does not get off a great Sunder, and he's going to go down to tiny right clicks. No, he's still alive, 30 HP. Does manage to just barely live as the Naga Siren continue to chase after him. They must leave Sumail behind though.
Sumail is down. His godlike spree ended. That's a lot of gold.
That's a lot of gold. 900 into the pockets of Noob is Matthew. He might not be out of this one quite yet. They're searching for vision so they can find a glimpse. Lumbercape will make that slightly more difficult as well. The dust is going to catch him. And it seems like he is going to be the last casualty of this fight. It's Quest. Take a fight into the Aegis. Come out the victors.
Yeah, finding the initiation on the Centaur, despite, I feel like the Shadow Demon kind of saved him already, but because they got jumpers, and Centaur, he was not able to fight. He lost too much HP. I felt like that was the key thing that differentiated the victors of the fight there, getting the right jump. Despite running into an Aegis, Terrorblade can only do so much if your team is not in position to fight.
Right. Who did he sunder there? Am I crazy? Did he not get any HP back?
No, he sundered earlier. I think he sundered one of the Naga illusions.
Makes sense. That would make a lot of sense.
He didn't want to lose his Aegis when he was metamorph.
Right.
Because he didn't want to lose his form.
Yeah, I mean.
So he sundered. He tried to keep the fight going, but unfortunately, it was just not enough, in the end.
Well, this next fight's going to be more troublesome, Winter, because that is now Bloodthorn finished up. So he's got to
have a solution.
They do.
For the evasion.
They do, but you also have a solution for the solution, the counter solution, and that's Matthew's Demonic Cleanse, right? So not only do you have Manta, you still have Demonic Cleanse. So something to try and consider. That Bloodthorn placement is crucial.
He's going to be a #1 target for Team Quest right now in the team fights. You need to try to burst him. I guess the Tiny is the main person that has to try to find the Shadow Demon and kill him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The Illusion's getting to work on the tier 2 tower now. We'll go down quickly with the back door disabled.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Quest pushing a 5k net worth lead. Winter, it looks like they might want to... Okay, they're just going to start sieging. Nothing too formal yet, but at least throwing the illusions up there. You can see they really don't deal with these things too well. And that's what Sumail's job is for. He's going to... Okay, so this is where I'm thinking... This is where the Pango changes start to hurt. At this point, you're not really not really too overwhelmed, or you're not really too overjoyed with the extra little bit of damage that you do have with Swashbuckle. Yes, it's a little bit more, which is nicer earlier, but now it's less damage on each defusal. You're burning less mana per each hit, which I think is kind of a big deal. And you're not, quote-unquote, guaranteed a basher proc anymore, right? So those are pretty significant.
They have to guarantee themselves an initiation. I mean, so far, the last couple of fights, Quest has been getting the first move every time. Trying to bait with the illusion here.
The Conda. Oh, the Conda's finished.
They took the bait.
FBZ. He took the bait. He's on the line, but he's going to get bailed out here by his allies. That's the cleanse used on him, though, so they won't have that for the rest of the fight as Sumail is just setting off the mines.
They still have cleanse.
He's going to have to get back. Oh, but do they get him in time? No. Nice job on the roll up there, so he does not get glimpsed back. But Quest, they haven't really expended anything at all, and Nigma, they've gotten it all wrong. It's back to the drawing board for them.
And they only used roll, right? They didn't really use any big ultimates. I guess Moonlight Shadow.
Oh, I guess you have charges of cleanse now with the Ag Scepter. Okay, it's not that big of a deal. I thought he only had one. Okay, you're right. You're right. Just the roll.
Just the roll. Kuroki definitely also wants to get his intel evasion on the Moonlight Shadow, which is very, very useful in the team fights too. If you don't have any true strike items, you're gonna run into a lot of problems. Butterfly plus Moonlight Shadow evasion.
Miracle is not, by the way, built in MKB.
Oh, they're gonna split. They're gonna commit.
Oh, they are just gonna go in. Okay. There's a Daedalus, but there is not. Actually, there is not a Daedalus even on the TV.
Oh, it's an Arcane Rune split. It's gonna be a low cooldown.
Yeah, with Octarine as well. There's a lift onto the Pangode. This Earth Panda, the Earth Brilliant.
Centaur. They found the Centaur.
They did find the Centaur. FBZ just trying to farm up a Shiva's forced to BKB. They might have just kill him through the physical damage. Nice stun onto Noob. That should prevent at least any follow-up. Sumail committing the Rolling Thunder now, looking for Ducalis. Inhibits him now with the Diffusal Blade as the Illusions manage to get through the Tier 3 tower. Another split's ready in 30 seconds. Pango stuck on the low ground, but a nice blink up by Sumail. Gets him up to the high ground safely. Noob making the jump. The roll-up's not in time, and they've tossed him down to the low ground, but he still has the BKB. The Swashbuckle up to the high ground, safe for now. But the base being invaded here by Quest quite persistently.
Erebor is still not coming back. He feels like he wants to get his level 20 before he comes back.
Yes, he's going to have Daedalus. Now he has Daedalus, but still no bespoke solution to the evasion. They still have Naga Siren Butterfly problems, don't they? Am I crazy?
Yeah, and these illusions, they're also difficult to kill. You're going to need Daegons at some point. Another split.
Good arrow.
Get the Rex.
Yeah, the split is going to be on for the Rax. Bot lane is just going down to the Naga Illusions.
They have Glyph, Richie.
They do, but there's also a lift onto the TB proper as he shows for the first time in the fight. Glyph not going to be used quite yet. They're still holding on to it. Both lanes going down now as there's another lift onto the TB. And Quest, they're just going to leave. They're just piecing out. Rolling Thunder back off cooldown. There's still a Tier 2 top, so Quest aren't going to be able to get the Megas, but they will be able to set up for this next Roach.
Alright, that was very, very strange not using the Glyph. I mean, I can get not taking a team fight, right? You feel like Angle with no roll and with BKB on cooldown, you're missing a huge chunk of your team fight. Centaur also doesn't have his BKB ready. That was just very strange. They didn't even do anything. Didn't even use the Glyph, didn't do anything. They just gave up the Rex, and they definitely have to do something right now with this smoke.
Well, Roche is up. Quest immediately alerted to that by the Techie's mind, so that distraction might just go their way, but FBZ setting off more mines. We'll see how attentive Quest are, and if they, yes, they have noticed it. I've seen the pings on the minimap now, but Sumail leading them in. Level 20 for him. He's taking the Swashbuckle damage, plus 10-second Conjure Image duration, but Quest, they're not really straight into the pit, so Nigma, they've got to go deeper here to try and find where they're at, but creeps are about to go into the base winter. This is going to be a big fight as Sumail, Moonlight shadowed up. He's going to try and get the initiation, but the stun not in time there. They're still onto Ducalis. He's still alive, finally taken down by the right clicks of Miracle. Sumail trying to at least stop one. We have a Song of the Siren. We have a Primal Split. We haven't used either yet. There's a Refresher that just got delivered as well for the Primal Beast. That's going to be split number one as Miracle BKB'd up. He's a bit isolated, fighting by himself.
Miracle
the mechanism heal, but Miracle in with the toss, the explosion for the blast off. He gets off the Sunder just in the nick of time, and Omar, instead, he's going to be the one that goes down. He's got buyback into the fight immediately as Miracle standing his ground, continuing to fight. They have the lift onto Sumail. The Conda damage is insane as well, out from the tree volley, but Noob doing what he can. Miracle. The avalanche is pretty good. Miracle's going to go down. Noob throws Sumail on top of him. The King has flattened Miracle, and Matthew is left do almost nothing. FBZ at least able to trade down Noob, but it's Naive who finally cleans up. a 3-for-3 trade. There was a buyback out from the techies. And Kuro died as well towards the tail end of it. I didn't see him run to the corner. But
a victory for Quest, I guess. They're gonna pick up the spoils of war in the name of the Roshan here. And that was such a crazy fight, you know. I thought Terabit was gonna go down very, very early in the fight, and somehow he gets the Sunder off with the Manta. And the fight just keeps going on. But eventually they wear him down, they use all the abilities to kite him around, and he just went down to the chip damage from the spells, the illusions, and everything.
yeah, man. There's 2 splits in that fight as well, so even though he did a pretty good job of focusing down the illusions, I don't know if he saw the refresher. It got delivered right before he split, basically, so, you know, I can't blame him if he didn't necessarily see the refresher, and then as soon as the first split ended, he just re-split again.
I don't feel like the refresher probably would have changed his mind, because he wanted to commit anyway. Like, if they killed them with the initial initiation, I think the refresher might not have mattered. But what would matter next is the Aghanim's on Lucalis. You know, he somehow manages to scrape together enough gold for Aghanim's. This hero with the Naga song setup, this is instant gip
Right.
setup.
That's going to be problematic here as another shard for the side. Now he's got shard. What is this? Is this still the crappy Thunderstrike one?
This is the most useless shard.
Yeah, this one's pretty bad. It was a lot better when you could just area cast it and then it would just give attack speed, but now it's, I guess they thought that was too strong. They did find a lift onto the Pango now. BZ from the side. They're just taking this thing down. Naive. He's got a Song of the Siren. He's also got an Aegis for 4 more minutes. The Axe has been delivered now, so careful for this Song setup. Ducal is keeping his distance.
Song?
But they're just destroying these buildings. Nigma, they have a fortified, but Winter, I think they're saving it for next game. I don't know. They haven't fortified for any of these barracks. And backdoor's broken. FBZ, he lands the stump, but another lift onto the Shadow Demon is going to prevent any kind of setup. There's going to be the Song. In comes Ducalis. Check this out. Who is he going to be able to find? Disruptor looking for it. Will now pop it. He's forced to do it early because Sumail is going to at least be able to sideline him. Takes him out of the fight for now. So it's not the best static storm, but it's stopped FBZ from doing much. The Rax. Finally, the Glyph is going to be used. Ducalis is going to be killed. Couldn't get on the other side of that Defender escape, but they found a lift onto Miracle. The Glyph is going to end, and Naive plus Malik have managed to get through the barracks. That is going to be the Megas now coming on in as the Void Panda throwing Miracle into the midst of things. Noob jumping on in, getting interrupted by Sumail, but there's just nothing they can do. There's too much damage from Miracle. Sumail BKBs to run away, but this one, especially without a buyback on the TB Winter, I think it's over. Kuro's going to call it. 1-0 lead now for PSG Quest.
It's a very well played game. It's just utilizing the timings with the Butterfly Naga plus the Radiance. Like, it's just so much evasion, you know, and on top of it, with Tiny and this Disruptor just creating so many pickoff opportunities for their team to enable them to win the fights. And just unfortunately, on Nigma Galaxy's side, there's a couple of very, very key deaths on FBZ, you know. Sad to say that, but he kind of made the game really difficult for his team when he was like pushing